How's it going, everybody? It's Stas here, and in this video, we're going to be talking about what I'm personally doing with my finances right now in 2020 amidst the craziest market we've seen in a long time. The stock market's crashing. We have this global outbreak shutting down businesses and really disrupting the economy. And a lot has changed from the beginning of the year when it comes to my finances because of this disruption. So I want to share with you guys what I'm doing with this good old money. So sit back, relax, and let's talk about the money. So the first thing I'm doing with my money, guys, is simply saving more of it, right? Ideally, in a situation like this, when there's a crisis, the economy is literally shutting down, ideally, having an emergency fund already in place is ideal, right? And I do have an emergency fund in place. But for those that maybe don't, now is the time to be saving money. And for me, again, I'm saving extra money on top of the emergency fund that I have. And how am I doing this, right? Well, I've been stuck in this place for a week now, right? I haven't left my house at all because I'm on quarantine, right? So I'm not spending as much money as I typically am in normal life when it comes to, let's say, going to restaurants, because I do enjoy eating out, or maybe going out with friends or going out with my girlfriend, simple things like this, right? I'm not doing any of that anymore, so I'm saving money that way. And this way, if this is a long-term thing when it comes to quarantining and the whole outbreak, which, knock on wood, I hope it's not, but this way, if it is, I do have that cash set aside, so I'm not worrying about my bills when it comes to my phone bill and every bill that people have, right? Rent, everything. So having that cash for me is smart. I would show you the cash, but I already threw it all on the ground, right? So saving cash is what I'm doing right now. And when it comes to emergency funds in general, guys, 6 to 9 months of expenses is what I personally have and what I recommend. So if unforeseeable things happen, like what's happening right now, you have that money to pay bills. I have that money to pay bills. So we're not stressing, we're not biting our nails, not knowing where the next paycheck is going to come that we need to pay our bills with. So saving money, emergency fund, that's the first thing I'm doing right now. Another thing that I'm doing, and honestly, this might be like fear mongering. I'm not trying to fear monger, guys. This is not what this channel is about, but I'm looking to buy some gold. You see this on my neck? This is one way you can have gold, and gold is a way in general here, generally speaking here, to kind of diversify away from the US dollar, away from the stock market, to have some money in precious metals, right? This is something that a lot of people might not agree with, but I personally think it's important not to have 100% in precious metals, but to have a little bit just for diversification purposes. So it's not pure gold by any means, guys. I think it's like 18 carats or whatever. So I have a little bit of gold here, and what I'm looking to do is buy more from a website, maybe like SD Bullion, JM Bullion, not affiliated whatsoever with this channel, but the problem is their inventories are currently sold out because a lot of people have the same idea that I have and maybe some of you have out there. And again, this is not fear mongering. I'm not one of these people that think we're going into the Great Depression all over again. The dollar is going to zero. It's going extinct. I'm not one of those people, but I do think it's valuable to store some money in gold, which historically speaking, guys, has always been a store of value dating back hundreds of years ago. So gold, that's the second thing I'm doing with my money right now. Maybe a little bit of silver as well, which is going for pretty cheap, about $12 or something an ounce right now. That is what I'm looking to do. The third thing that I'm doing with my money right now, guys, is of course investing in the stock market. Again, I'm not this fear monger. I'm not somebody that thinks the world is ending, the economy is gone forever. No, I think this is a short-term hiccup that we're going to bounce back from. So what have I been doing? I've been investing in my Roth IRA. I've been maxing out my Roth IRA, which right now in 2020, it is $6,000 per year, which if you do the math, that is $500 per month. So I've been doing that, putting in money into my Roth IRA. And if you guys don't know what that is, it's simply a retirement vehicle where you take post-tax income. So you work your job, you make money, this money's already taxed, you take this income and you can invest it into this Roth IRA with the goal of pulling out that money by 55 or 56, whatever it is, tax free, right? So I'm focusing heavily on my retirement accounts as well as my M1 finance portfolio that I'm actually building from scratch here on this channel. And if you guys want to check that out, shameless plug, link down below in the description box, you can see my M1 finance portfolio. And I'm simply adding $500 to about $1,000 per month in that portfolio. And as of now, guys, I'm probably going to be doing more towards $1,000 per month due to the markets in general getting squashed, and a lot of the stocks in that portfolio that I'm holding are getting squashed. And when it comes down to individual stocks, I don't want to get too deep into it because I don't want you to buy a stock just because I'm buying it, but some that I'm looking at, I've been buying some of these. Disney, I've been buying Johnson & Johnson, I've been buying, well, I'm close to buying Google, right? I've been buying, what else have I been buying? Some ETFs in general, which are exchange traded funds, which are kind of broader investments. One in particular is SPHD. This is paying about a 6%, almost 6% dividend yield right now. And in general, when it comes to stock market investing, guys, I'm not really focusing too much on businesses right now that are maybe going bankrupt. Boeing, Carnival Cruise Line, airline stocks. I'm not focusing on them for the most part. I'm focusing on businesses that have cash and that pay dividends and that have a proven track record of paying dividends through recessions and that have been through recessions in the past. Again, companies like Johnson & Johnson, although Disney is getting squashed, they're not going anywhere, guys. This brand is going to outlive this current situation, right? So I'm buying into the weakness in Disney, although I'm fully aware it can fall even further due to their parks business being shut down, which comprises 30 to 40% of their revenue, right? So I'm buying Disney, I'm buying tech stocks like Facebook, Microsoft, Apple, Amazon. You know, they are conglomerates, they're massive companies, so they are prone to dropping if the markets drop in general, but you can't deny the fact that their balance sheets are nice. Very nice balance sheets with a lot of cash that they can weather the storm with. So that's kind of what I'm doing, focusing on my Roth IRA, maxing that out because by the time I'm 55, hopefully guys, right, this market is back. And I'm focusing on my M1 account as well, which down the road, maybe 10 years from now, I can use to buy a nice property or whatever I want with because I can take that money out. And again, in 10 years, I think we'll be fine when it comes to this short-term weakness. So that's honestly it when it comes to what I'm personally doing with my money right now. It's honestly not too much different from what I normally do with my money, right? Because I preach on this channel. I try not to come across too aggressive or whatever, but I try and tell you guys what I personally do, at least. I live a more lean lifestyle, right? I don't have a fancy car. I don't have a fancy place. I don't have all these fancy gadgets that are liabilities at the end of the day. I like to live lean, keep my expenses very slim and trim because I can weather the storm myself through times like these, through these crazy times when, unfortunately, the economy's crashing, people are losing their jobs, we're potentially going into a recession, right? These are very real things, to the point where if you're drowning in debt, you have all of these liabilities, you're at risk of not making it through, right? So kind of what I've been doing is running myself like a well-oiled corporation that's very lean and that has a lot of cash to make it through the storm, if that makes any sense. That's kind of how I'm treating this. So in 3 months, 2 months, hopefully less, maybe more, 4 or 5 months, we could get through this and get back to regular life. So I'm going to wrap off the video here. Hope you all found value in today's video. If you did, all you have to do is go down below and hit that like button, and also consider subscribing to the channel if you want to see further content like this. And do you want free money? If you do, you can go down below in the description box, use my affiliate link with Webull, and you can get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,400 with a deposit of $100 into the account. So go down below, enjoy your 2 free stocks in the description box. I'll catch you all in the next video. Stay safe out there, guys. Thanks for all the support. As always, peace out.